Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LPL 2025 Split 1.
Acting the Kaiser and the Rakan to beat out the Zyra and the Rel in the early levels of the game. They do get the push, and Milky Way is here, and that's the flashback. You flash away, you still get flipped.
Cleanse flash down, Leave has nowhere to go. Unspeakable horror comes on in, and Leave will get first blooded by Milky Way.
I have missed Niket. Just as we mentioned it, you want to play around the mount up, because if the auto attack starts, just as Aurora hits stuff on you, that's her passive. If you get to 3 stacks on that, she gets a lot of movement speed and healing over time and stuff like that too. So really nasty for extended trades. If you do go towards that, can give you kind of unexpected long trade potential. Niket knows he doesn't have cleanse.
I think that's trouble for Leave. He's going to take a lot of damage here. Remember, no flash, no cleanse. They can run at this. They've got summoners to work with. This bot lane on fire.
That's my support go.
Milky Way doesn't lead to a kill, which could be a bit of a frustrating thing for Nocturnes early, but the blue buff still comes on through. Duskbringer will spot out Aki.
I still think that was pretty good from RNG, because what that means is by all-inning the Kaiser, she can't join the dive. She has to escape instead. NIP's still looking for something, though. Don't be very fed, but...
You're going to get a lot of damage. Uses the Between Worlds, just about gets out of range, but the Fear still lands damage pretty high at this point. The weirding should allow him to escape.
Yeah, Doinby so powerful at that point, even with just the tier 2 boots. The first ults of the game from Aurora can really turn a fight. RNG, though, managing this game very well in the first 10 minutes. No NIP, been a little bit sucker punched by a team which does arm wrestle for it.
Aki going to be going in very blind here and finds Niket. Jachi and Tanguy waiting for him. Will pop the Crescent Guard. Niket now actually in danger because of that damage. Felt like a good pick off onto Aki, but the damage all outside of the Crescent Guard makes it a bit tricky. They'll still get the dragon off this, but it comes at the cost of the support.
Folks, you are still playing into an early game The great wizards of Limp Bizkit and Linkin Park really changed everything with new metal. As you might see ourselves a new dive on top side. Shanji trying to clear the wave.
Ooh, damage onto PP God, he flashes away, but the follow-up is good. Wait, the battle dances! Make it a 1-for-1.
Shanji plays that so well with PP God. PP God has had such a good glow up in the split. Tonyo even feeling the need to flash away from it. See that RNG plays because you get more ultimates available. It's less team fight 5v5 than the Stride Breaker. And of course, we're getting towards first items for our big carries as well. Shiv and Pickaxe will give you the Q upgrade, great wave clip. Do you potentially have a teleport coming in though? That's mainly just to protect on that tower coming through though. Leave is strong.
So is Jachi though, who feels the moment to step forward. Has a barrier, gets a flash out of the Kaiser. Where's the paranoia? Not quite in range till now! Flash away, just about keeps Leave safe.
Close run stuff. I think the flash away from Leave means that Milky Way can't get there in time, and now Jachi's left out to dry.
So frustrating. Milky Way's going to fall as well, and they can't quite secure the kill. It looked genius for a second from RNG. Instead, NIP end up with 2. They'll get the mid lane tier 1, and the counter punch is a knockout.
Be careful. Really does not want to be eating random bits of damage like that.
Aki loses a bit himself, but again, that's a Shin's out with a Sundered Sky and a Crescent Guard. Not the easiest. Niket jumps on the other side, though. Big engage. The quickness comes on through, but the Equalizer after not quite in range. Milky Way got on to Leave. But again, the confirmation of the kills doesn't come on through. The Between Worlds is poor from Doinby, who went for a flash to make that one happen. And both teams looked white hot. They looked really, really good. They were playing their style with cream in the mid lane, and it was all about melee, carry top sides of the map. How exciting will this be when they join a real team? And then 2024 happened, and both of them looked mediocre. Yeah. And then you look at Leave, who had his shot at the big time and fumbled it. You look at PP.
Leave was set up to be Uzi's success.
Exactly.
He was set up to be the next big guy. Niket was trying to look for a flank, was spotted out. Gets out safely for now.
Spotted out in that recall. We'll get out. Probably cost the tier 1 down bot lane. And this is starting to be a bit problematic, as NIP now with all the outer turrets into a Nocturne is a bit frustrating.
And another thing which is really going to be hurting this too, just quickly highlight it. We do have a poke build coming in from Leave, as we said, which does involve the Sorkpan boots. Really good straight up bursts. And yeah, RNG now don't have the flash on their engaged support.
That's a Khan down to 5k. NIP backing away now. The teleports come on through. Fighting Rumble around this point could be pretty miserable. Shanji on a deep flank, currently unspotted, but everyone backs away. Happy enough with the teleport they earned.
I think you can see that NIP can really play around a lot of range. Unless Nocturne is... Hang on a second, as that's the W landing again.
Oh my God!
Trying to stop the resets.
Shattering Strike comes on through. Might be a mount up available, but the flash on him with a bit of a quickness buys some time.
That is punishing with vision so well. Take away the flash and the rel, take away the engaged threat, and suddenly NIP get themselves a free Atakan.
Back we go. Infinity Edge was just picked up by Jackie. They wanted to be able to play around some of these spikes. You have still got Equalizer and Paranoia. You can force a lot of damage with the resists being shredded. Big damage onto PP God. Paranoia pops. Waiting for an angle, but Shanji being attacked. Run away as the perfect execution comes on down. But he's 1v4 and flashes on out. And now actually RNG can turn to Atakan with the top laner not there.
Oh, it's been a real vision battle. The first vision war was kind of won by NIP, getting that kill onto Niket and forcing the flash beforehand. But they lose the follow-up. And now it means that RNG could go towards this. Dumby has a lot of damage. But it's not enough right now.
Yeah, and you remember your double AD carries here. Atki's around. This could end up being a smite fight. He's got the control. Wind becomes lightning. Pop goes in, but it's Chachu secures it. They've got enough burst. Atki flashes on out. You lose 1 to the withdrawal, but that's about it. Everyone else is come on back on over. Go on, take you in, my son. That's it. Pick off that shit's out, PP God. Looking a little bit flaccid as he needs to back away, feeling a little bit worse for wear. Go on, RNG, get some... but they're going to have to rely on that now. They are not just ahead in the map. The Atakan will give RNG a lot more safety. It will at that. Of course, the other side of this is you're looking at Atakan, oh, it's a flip. And it kind of was, but you're still doing it with double AD carries and a lot of feathers. They get pulled at the same time as someone saying go on smite. Is a pretty weighted toss because you actually got quite a lot of burst to secure that. It's not just a smite v smite. Okay. And now we start to have to ask the questions about, okay, even state in mid-game, now going on late as we're getting towards 2.5 items, not just 2.
Hang on, Tony was getting jumped onto. Didn't even lose that kind of the last play.
Can start trading this one around pretty well. Does a lot of damage back. We'll probably have that withdrawal pop. PP God waiting for it. Oh my days, the turnaround is huge. They finally get him down and they time out the buff. Now Jackie in danger, but the health bar on this side is desperately low. Milky Way in the back, I can't secure the kill. Flashes away. Equalizer slow is awesome. They have to flash to get it from Leave. As Jackie gonna get run on, but the Q goes wide. Can't find it. Doomby goes gone. He's now on the barbecue though. Goes down.
Doomby can't quite get himself the monster play he wanted. Leave.
Cursive Q! And Leave gets another. That's actually valuable.
It really is. NIP, they fumble a little bit on the first play trying to...
We've got a Paranoia. It's always going to be hard to keep a Nocturne out of the pit, but it's down to 9k. Looking to potentially turn this. Niket was chunked pretty low, though. The problem is this rel is just not tanky into all of the damage. Now, the scaling is brutal. All the while, though, Tunguin is not there, shoving up on the tier 2. They say, we can't get in. We'll trade on the rest of the map.
Yeah, I love this Kai'Sa build. This Kai'Sa build has been annoying as hell. You still get to have your early game wave clear with the Shiv and your Q upgrade. Once you get towards this point, though, your W's hit like a truck. Leave has been playing very well outside of a rough lane phase.
And it was a rough
Please
lane.
hire me to be your CEO at this random company. LinkedIn it's not okay, folks.
Watch me cry as I fire random members of mine.
I'm so sad that I had to end someone's livelihood. Yeah. That got quite grim quite quickly. Yeah. Well, I mean,
LinkedIn is a weird place.
It is. Now, the thing is, NIP, they do have serious advantage in terms of range now, because, and of course they have the Baron buff, which is going to make the gold even more. What is the win condition for RNG? Well, a good enough equalizer can very much help. There isn't that much tank on the side of NIP. You're not going to be able to pin people into it that easily. I think big enough wombo combo from Niket, Milky Way, Xiaoshu should do the deal. I just don't think you can force the ideal scenario so easily.
I feel like the moment Leave gets arm guard, it gets harder, because then between Flash, between Supercharge, between Ult, between PP God coming to save his head with a Locket as well, getting a hold of Leave with a, would I suspect be something like an arm guard fourth, would be very tricky to manage.
Also, I completely flipped. Hang on, look, there might be a fight. We'll see this. The Equalizer comes in.
Going top lane with it and forces the disengage in mid. Public execution comes on down, but the fear is still there, courtesy of the Nightmare, continuing to charge on forwards, but Shanji flashes away.
Shanji, really good disengage play, very similar to how we play out the Cassandra. And now the problem is, Milky Way has been left alone. The PP God has found you wanting.
Nice little spell shield, though, into the fear, and he gets away. Burn, not quite there. Flash, and Leaf goes in, but he's stuck onto the turret with a massive magnet storm. Leaf will go down, and they get 2 back. Bot lane falls.
Oh God, maybe I take it back about the PP God finding you wanting. The PP God didn't find you at all in the first place. We're getting into a bit Clown Fiesta territory. As we were saying earlier, typically it was RNG making the aggressive plays, but NIP outplaying. kind of flips the script at the end of that play. However, NIP still get themselves the dragon that will get them up to Soul Point, but RNG still walk away with more from that play than they had any right to believe they could get.
And of course, still got 20-odd seconds on Leave being here. They can't quite secure this mid-tier 1 still.
Dude, this is such a deeply unserious game.
It is.
I've used that a lot recently because Anyone's Legend, I think recently, they'd already locked playoffs. So they thought, whatever,
yeah.
it'll be fine. I think it was versus WE, was it?
That at least
anyway,
thought was not it.
It was not it. It was quite distressing to watch, actually. But RNG, you can tell that they are really turning up their A game. I'm really glad that the Nakets come in. It gives them a chance to put wards down. If they last longer, it really helps. And you're playing bullet hell. There's only so many shots you can dodge. They've dodged pretty well, but each one that hits is a significant chunk gone.
20% of Tenguen's HP just went. That's another half. He needs to back away.
Ah, jeez, it's so hard. Leave just needs to hit 1 or 2 more, and then he can start flying in with his ultimate. If that one hit, I wonder if that would have been the fight star. RNG, they are playing Dance Dance Revolution, and they've got 2 left feet right now.
Tenguen's going to have to reset and look for a teleport, I think, is probably it. Naket on a flank angle, though.
This could be it. This could be it. He has flash. He goes on to Doomby.
Doomby's in danger. Will go golden, but how much further can he go? He's got flash, uses it. The turnaround now comes on throw. Aki, Crescent Guard in. Wait for Jachi to try and get some value down. Trying to heal up as best they can. The locket is decent, but the damage just wasn't there. Some tools used on both sides. Aki and Doomby.
They just
down
play
their flashes.
fish in a barrel.
But they are trying to play it out as PP got battle dances away. Doomby gets a massive weirding alongside the double fold. Hex. Aki back on in. Jachi goes up into the sky. Big pullback. Gets some more value. But look at Leave. Still untouched. Goes into the backside and crits them down. The flames are full of shadows. And Leave murders them all.
Leave none alive. NIP's main character in their ADC comes away with a 5,000 damage team fight. RNG could not dodge enough skill shots, and eventually they missed a step.
How realistic was it you were going to pop him there? And then if you do not kill this Kai'Sa that now has a Death Cat last item, you cannot win a plat fight. That Kai'Sa is unreal strong. You've got a more of Malmortius
and a front line. There's no real front line to do that with here. It's very, very hard. And while, you know, oh my god! Half HP through a more of Malmortius. That would have killed if that hit.
That is unreal. This Xayah cannot play the game. It's not even like they're that far behind. It's a single level.
This is not okay. This is why this build has been building up in terms of solo queue. Milky Way gets the fear. But what else are you meant to do here as RNG? You are clutching at straws. It's much harder than finding a needle in a haystack.
God. Oh my days, Naket down to half HP. Don't overplay it. W lands. Won't pull the trigger.
It is so difficult. Now, a lot of people will criticize Milky Way and Naket for it, for this kind of game, because they have to push the envelope and they have to put themselves. Yeah, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
Kai'Sa was put behind early. Didn't actually fall behind that much, though, did they? And Milky Way will tank up that W at the very least.
Eternal Soul and everything. Look, I don't actually think... I think the correct choice for NIP here is not go towards Elder. You just keep throwing Ws out. Eventually, they'll hit enough and they'll lose. That is the 100% tutorial win condition. Naket's trying to find a pick.
Decent job on a PP God, but gets on out. Costs very little on the other side. The turnaround comes through. Tank has been jumped. Shanji, GA will likely fall here regardless, as the Valkyrie out means that that is a Corki that's running away. Shanji continues to dash. But Drakehound steps into the grave.
Oh, but Leave can go in.
Lord, Aki goes on forwards. Leave is yet to press. Jachi also hit. Where's the re-engage? The feather pull is decent. Looking to get on to Leave. The equalizer after gets a large amount of damage. But there's a locket. And Doomby and Leave blow him up. Oh, there's nothing weird about it. It's just straight horror show.
It is just not fair. The artillery won't stop.
Jachi, gonna try and play this one out. He's got the double carries to play around. Desperately needs to kill the both one to clear the wave he's got. But the Vamps have to flash for the weirding. The W goes wide. Cleanse needed to burn. Wait, where is Milky Way? Can't quite get it. Dustbringer's not there, and it's valiant effort. But it's a Jachi G. NIP win the game in a late game Kai'Sa scenario. That build.